Hi everyone, this is A122. I am coming to share with you another What's in My Bag video. This one is for the Vera Bradley Make a Change diaper bag. I have it here in the ribbons pattern and I currently have it set up for a small infant. He is just about 2 months old right now. I love this bag. I like to carry around a lot of stuff. And at the same time, I don't want to have to carry two bags. I don't want to carry a purse and a diaper bag. So this bag is large enough that it carries all of our stuff together, but at the same time, it is not heavy, nor is it too bulky. I did have a Jujube Be Prepared bag, and even though I love Jujube bags, the Be Prepared at almost 4 pounds is just too heavy to carry around all by itself. And it is also very bulky once you have it packed up underneath your arm. So this bag has worked out much better for me. I do use it a little bit differently than it shows on the website. So I'll get into the change that I made and also show you just how much it'll carry. So let's get to it. Alright, this section here in the front, this is meant to be the changing station, hence the name Make a Change Diaper Bag. So it has this magnetic closure and 2 zippers, one on each side. And normally what would happen when you would open this, right here at the snaps, you would have a fold-out changing pad, which I have right here. It has a nice terry top and a plastic lined bottom. And then on the back, it has these snaps. So once you unfolded it, you would have it just like this. But I think you can kind of already see what my problem with this was. This is just not the way changing stations are set up in public places. They are usually long. So if the bag was up at the front, it would have made more sense. This way, you always have to unsnap it. So it just doesn't quite seem to serve its purpose. Plus, at the same time, unless I'm alone, I don't like to take my entire diaper bag to the bathroom. I like to just grab what I need very quickly and leave my diaper bag with whoever I'm usually out with so that I'm not having to lug around, my big bag every time I need to go make a diaper change. So I am just not using it this way. So let's get rid of the changing pad for now and I will show you just how I have it set up. All right, just here, tucked up in the very front, I have a Vera Bradley tissue holder. I will go through all the names and where I got them in the section down below. So if you're interested in anything, please just check there. So that's something I had made from an Etsy store. I have my first of 2 booty pods. This one is the one that carries my water wipes. So I use water wipes for wiping pacifiers or bottle tops, wiping faces and hands, anything that I don't want, chemicals and things to be on. So this is basically water wipes are 99% water and then 0.4% juice extract. So it's safe for faces and mouths and things that are going to go in the mouth. This is mostly for my 2 older children. If they've touched something that is especially icky or gross, I also carry around a thing of antibacterial wet ones. Alright, now these 2 pockets, they are elastic lined. They actually open up big and wide. They're meant to carry the diapers and wipes, but since I don't use my bag quite that way, I do have it kind of set up almost like a little mommy pocket. So here I have my Vera Bradley double eyeglass case. So I have a pair of sunglasses and my spare pair of prescription glasses. I also have my Vera Bradley tune-in case. Some of these things, if you've seen some of my other videos, you might already know what they are, but just in case, I carry around a cord to connect my phone to a computer, and then on the little wrapping bod, I have my earbuds. So if I'm out in a public place and I want to listen to music, I can keep it to myself. Then down here, tucked at the bottom, I just have a small thing of mints. Alright, in this second elastic pocket, this is also where I would normally have my phone, and then besides my phone, I also have this little case. This is something that was made by one of my students' parents. It was meant to carry my cell phone, but I use it instead to carry around my camera, if I can get it out. you know, with all my kids and things like that, especially my little one, I like to take lots of pictures, so this way I always have my camera with me and it fits in that front pocket perfectly. And then the last thing I have just kind of shoved down here at the bottom is just a little small Jujubee fold-out pen in case I need to write something down real quick. Alright, so that's it for that front section. The other thing is I don't even bother unzipping it since it just has that little, you know, opening here at the top. I can just reach in, grab my phone, reach in, grab my camera, and I don't even have to unzip anything. And this is also usually where I'll drop my keys. Alright, on the sides, you have two very nice deep pockets. They are not insulated, but, you know, for me, on this side, I'll usually just have my bottle of water or my bottle of tea. And then on this side, this is just more, you know, for me, not a lot of people would carry around something like this, but I like to use my planner all the time. So this carries all the different color pins and things that I use for when I am using and writing in my planner. Alright, here, if I turn it to the side, you can get an idea of how wide it is. So I do have it pretty stuffed, but again, when I compare it to something like the Jujubee, this is just nowhere near as big underneath my arm. Even though it does seem like it would be, trust me, the Jujubee, I felt, oh my gosh, I couldn't put my arm down. So this, again, just works out better for me. So here in the back, I have my paper planner. This one is made by Plum Paper. And also in this pocket, this is a really big pocket. I could actually stuff some more stuff in there. I only have these two things. I have an ouch pouch. And this one has my coupons, my envelopes for church, gift cards, punch cards, anything like that. I keep just tucked away in there. Alright, here on the back, because the Vera Bradley bags don't have a lot of hardware, I added a little key ring to which I have a small hand sanitizer and a Jujubee Passy Pod. I did have a Vera Bradley Passy Pod. I actually much prefer the Jujubee because it does have room for 2 Passies. Right now I only have one in here because I have the other one soaking. But you can put a Passy on each side and I still have room for the clip. And then they both just hang nicely from that key ring I hung from the zipper. Okay, now let's get into the main section of the bag. It opens up pretty wide. I can fold this back so you can see inside well. Okay, and there. You can kind of see everything I have in this bag. You can see, again, I do have it pretty jam-packed, but this bag, again, it's not heavy. It's a really nice light bag. So even though I have all this stuff in there, I never feel tired after I've been carrying it for a little while. Alright, so it has 3 pockets on this side and 3 on this side, and then of course the big section in the middle. So we'll go through that first. Here on this corner, I have my Vera Bradley accordion wallet. And next to that, I have a medium cosmetic case. Now in this medium cosmetic case, this is my med kit. It doesn't have all the stuff that I need for a med kit. I keep a couple things separate and I'll show you those in just a second so you'll see why. So I have this pretty stuffed, as you can see. I have a smaller coin purse. And in the coin purse, I have a medicine dispenser, some travel tweezers. So it has pointed and slanted for things like splinters and things. A pair of travel scissors. 2 small nail files. And I showed this in one of my other videos. This is just a little tiny measuring tape. It seems kind of silly, but it actually has come in handy a couple times. So it's tiny, doesn't take up a lot of space, so I like to have it with me. Alright, and that's everything that's in there. I have saline, some gas drops, the Burt's Bees Outdoor Bug Bites. This works really well and it smells nice. So whenever the kids get a little mosquito bite or something, I can just pour some of that on and it helps almost instantly. Some eye drops for me, some gauze tape. This hasn't even been opened yet. I haven't had a chance or haven't had a need to use it yet. So some infant Tylenol, some contact wetting drops, a small thing of Baby Ganix sunscreen in case, we're out somewhere and I didn't put sunscreen on that day and it gets kind of sunny. I always have a little of that. These are some Little Remedies lollipops for sore throat. So that's, for my 2 older children. Tide to Go pin. Thermometer. And finally, a Be Cool fever strip in case we're out and about and one of the kids starts getting a fever. I can put that to help them feel cooled down. So that's everything that was in the med kit. This is a Vera Bradley medium set piece. And inside again I have another smaller coin purse. And in this one I keep things mostly for my hair, for my daughter's hair. So I have bobby pins, hair ties, little hair clips. And I also keep a small thing of dental floss. And then the rest of this bag, I do like wearing different kinds of lipsticks and things. So I have my cocoa butter formula for chaplets, which works great. And then different various lip glosses, lipsticks, and things like that. I also usually have my facial blotting cloths in there, but I am out of those at the moment. Alright, so that was all for this one section. Alright, this is the Vera Bradley bottle holder. I had planned on breastfeeding my son just like I had breastfed the other 2. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, so we are formula feeding. And everything fits pretty well in this bag. If I'm just going out for a short trip, I keep a small dispenser of formula. So you can see this would just be if I'm only going to be out for a couple of hours. And then I have one Tommy Tippy bottle down in there as well. If I'm going to be out for longer, I usually carry the Jujube fuel cell. That is too big to fit in the bag, so I just kind of keep that separate. But this is great for little short trips, and it helps, if I need to keep something cool. And when the baby gets older, I've seen other videos of people who use this to carry around, the food pouches, spoons, and things like that and everything. Even though it's kind of small, everything does fit in there pretty well. Alright, this is also for my 2 older children. This is a Jujube mesh shuttle. And this was an idea I had gotten from someone else. My kids love to draw, and whenever you go to restaurants, they're always giving those little kids menus with drawing, but then they give you like 2 or 3 crayons, and it's usually like the same colors, or one of your kids gets blue, and then they're both fighting over who gets the blue. So this was meant to help take care of that problem. So in here I keep a selection of crayons, as well as various coloring pages, blank pages, and things so that, they can either draw their own pictures or they can use one of the coloring pages. And so far this has worked out pretty well. Eventually I might carry some other little things in there, but for right now this has actually worked out pretty well. Alright, here I have another Ouch Pouch from the Ouch Pouch shop on Etsy. And this is where I keep spare clothes, so in case of, accidents or things like that. Where we live, it's, fairly warm almost all the time. So I have just one short-sleeved onesie. I have a pair of socks. I also have a long sleeve onesie. Since it is warm here, we'd almost never need long sleeves if we're out and about, so I probably wouldn't use this for diaper accidents, but let's say I'm out at my mother's house or something and we stay kind of late and I want to get baby changed for bed before we leave, baby always sleeps in long sleeves so that we can then, when we get home, put him in his sleep sack. And I don't want him to get too warm, so it's just long sleeves, to help keep the air from the air conditioning and stuff off him. And then down at the bottom, I have a, you can see it folds up really small, a little wet bag. This one is from Bumpkins. So if baby did have an accident, I can put the wet or soiled clothing in there. And all of that fits nicely in the ouch patch. In fact, I could actually even put a couple more things. I actually had a little footy in there as well at one point. Then the last thing I have in the main compartment is my Jujubee Be Quick. And this is where I carry the diaper essentials. So, in here, I love my Be Quicks. I actually have 3 of them. I have the one in this bag. I have an emergency one in my car, and then I have another one at my mom's house. Alright, so in here I have another booty pod, and this one is the one that has the regular wipes for wiping baby's bottom. I have some Burt's Bees diaper ointment. I am really not that crazy about that. I love most Burt's Bees materials or products, but this one I'm not that crazy about. I don't usually like the white diaper ointments, so I actually usually use Grandma L's when I'm at home, but this was something that someone had given me, so I figured I might as well go ahead and use what I have, but I probably wouldn't buy that one again. I have some more hand sanitizer for when I'm, finishing after changing baby. Right now I have 3 size 1 diapers, but I can easily fit some more in there. I have probably one of my favorite baby products. This is my changing pad. Like I said, I don't use the one that came with the bag. I bought this one off an Etsy shop. In fact, I've gone ahead and bought a second one to just keep at home. I love this changing pad. It folds up really small. You can see it fits in the Be Quick, no problem. It's made out of plastic, so that, if you happen to if the baby has an accident or something, it's really easy to wipe down. But this changing pad, even though it folds so small, it is huge. So even once baby becomes a toddler, you won't have any problems fitting baby on there, and it covers the entire changing station in the public restrooms. So love, love, love it. I will definitely link to that below. And then the last thing I have in here, in this little back pocket in the Be Quicks, are some diaper sacks. So that if I'm out at, my mom's house or someone else's house and we have a poopy diaper, I don't have to worry about making their house stinky. I can put it in here. These smell real nice, and at the same time, you can see the company that they're from there. They are biodegradable, so they're also not bad for the environment. So, love those. Okay, now we can get into the pockets. Okay, up here in this top one, I have a bib and a package of boogie wipes. I don't use boogie wipes that often, but, I had a couple of these. So usually it's one of my older kids, they get a little snotty nose or something at school. I do have those. Okay, here in the middle one, I have a Burt cloth. This one I had made at also at an Etsy shop. No whining please. I love the pattern. I just think it's so pretty. And then it has the terry cloth lining, so it's really good for cleaning up messes and things. Okay, that's it for that pocket and that pocket. Over here I carry a small receiving blanket. At home I usually use the 8 and a 9, but those are kind of big. They're a little bit too big and bulky for carrying around all the time in my diaper bag, so I just keep a small one in case we're out someplace and there's like a breeze, or we're at, like a restaurant or something and it gets a little bit chilly. I just have a little small blanket that I can also cover baby up with. All right, here in the middle section, my baby's only 2 months old at this time, so he doesn't really use toys. But if I'm somewhere and, we're getting kind of bored, I like to have little things that I can, like, show in his face and things to try and get him to track with his eyes and stuff. So we have a small taggy blanket with a little doggy. Oh, wrong pocket. We have a little rattle and a little ring. And that is it for that pocket. Let's see, let's do this one. Over here I have a small ouch pouch. I keep this separate so that way if I'm going to the park or something and I just want to take something real quick and don't want to take the whole bag, I could just grab this and put this in my smaller bag really easy. So this, of course, has the Neosporin. I have a selection of different band-aids and sizes and patterns so that, my girl gets one kind of band-aid, my boy gets another kind, and everyone's happy. I have alcohol wipes, sanitizing wipes, and also some gauze pads all in this little ouch pouch. And my kids, they love this thing so much, so they'll sit there all the time, I have a scratch, just so they can try and, go to get the ouch pouch and get a Band-Aid out. All right, the last thing I have is my tech case from Vera Bradley. And this is also kind of like a little med kit, but this is where I keep our medications. So I got these little containers at the Container Store. So there's some Tums, some kids ibuprofen pills. They like these so much better than they do the liquids, so that has worked out really well for my older kids. There's some Tylenol, and then down at the bottom I have a slightly bigger container that has cough drops for me. And then at the one side of the tech case there is this little pocket, separate pocket, and that's where I keep like these little pouch medications. So some Advil, an emergency, and then I'll usually have like an Alka-Seltzer or an allergy medicine or something. And that is everything I have in my bag. Again, this is stuff I carry on a day-to-day basis. Let me step back so you can see just how much I have in this bag. Now that I have it all set out like that, I'm amazed at just how much I carry every day. But again, this bag is not heavy. It's been just fabulous, and I have everything I need, so whenever I need it. So people always, oh, I need a Band-Aid, I have it. Oh, I have a headache, I have it. So I have everything I need all the time. So I can't recommend this bag enough. It's been great. If you have any questions or comments or would like to see anything else, please let me know below. Thank you.